Oh, welcome to a Wednesday edition of Handelabra Live. Yesterday I wasn't able to stream, but I am back today and we are going to do Wandering Voice Wednesday. First preview, first look at the next spirit coming to Nature Incarnate and Spirit Island. Very exciting. Say hello in the chat if you are here and have any questions, or if you are a Wandering Voice stan or whatever. Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible. Anyone actively working against those goals is not welcome, will not be tolerated, so just be excellent to one another, to all your fellow humans. Hello, Kokimote Gracie Paz. Any Wandering Voice fans? Stans? I don't know if we say stan anymore. Do we still say stan? Is that a thing still? I don't know. We stand with Wandering Voice. All right, let's have a look at the spirit. So last week, actually, we looked at Darkfire and had a preview of that. That was pretty fun. But this week we have this Wandering Voice. Let's have a look at the spirit panel. This is sort of part. The lore is that it's part of a bigger spirit called Calls All Living Things to Die. It got split into a separate spirit. So, and it's high complexity. Starts with 2 presents and an incarna, and is all about strife. It is, if you're gonna pick a spirit that's the strife spirit, I think it's this one. I think you can do France 6. I just clicked random adversary and it gave me Sweden, so I'm gonna go with that for the first game, but maybe we'll do France next. So the spirit, you can see its tracks. It's got an interesting space, sun or moon. That's the first flexible element. It's like an any, but you can only pick between those two. And we have a push or incarna space that I'm not sure I've actually ever gotten to naturally. It's a long way. We also can move our incarna to align with our presence here. And what else we got? So special rules, you have an incarna that can count as a sacred site, whether empowered or not. But if it is empowered, it isolates its land. And whenever you move your incarna to align with invaders, you add strife. So that's the biggest thing that you are doing all the time. And in lands with or adjacent to your incarna, if strife is present, the Dahan do not participate in ravage. So you can add strife, but you turn off the Dahan counterattack, basically. You also protect them, so it has pros and cons. And when your actions add strife to an explorer or town, you may push it. So that can be helpful for stopping builds and things. And sort of piling up lands with tons of strifed invaders that you can then damage and destroy with this power. And your other innate power lets you push your incarna and ultimately empower it. That's how you do that. Hello, also Clever Retort, Not Found, and Pricey Provinces. France 6 counter for the pushing? Is that the counter? That's fine. We'll get to France next, maybe. And hello, Peekaboo Steam, future chat. You're also in the present chat. All right. Oh, all the strife. Oh, yeah, for the slave rebellion. Right. So this is Sweden set up pushing that blight. It's kind of weird. And we have our Incarna set up here and our presence in these 2 lands, and they're going to explore in the sands. Kind of awkward because I can't actually get this guy out of here because I'm already in here. I mean, I can always move twice. If I take this, I can hit this 2nd level, which I'll probably do. Often I take this 3rd growth option I'm finding. I'm not like I'm not an expert in this spirit from before or anything, but if you take this, you can get 2 card plays, you can get 3 air, so you can push twice on the first turn, which is pretty nice. And I think this is in a spirit where if you play all your cards, you get your top level innate, right? Basically. So that's something. Drum roll into new animations. Well, you can see one happening all the time. If you notice, there is something is wandering all the time. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get a power card. And let's get a minor power. Ooh, Delusions of Danger is kind of almost perfect card for me. Purifying Flame is really good too if I'm looking to empower. Encompassing Ward is pretty good because this spirit actually is really good at getting single presences all over the place with this growth. But I think Delusions of Danger is great because I can stop this build as well. Sorry, Sweden. So we're on Sweden 3. Heavy mining, extra stuff there, and the real Sweden thing, which is level 3. Extra damage. But we're going to say they're not going to build, and so they're just not going to do anything. Let's get our presence maybe over here. 2 card plays. And I'll play Delusions of Danger. And I don't get to play one of these, which are nice to play. I didn't really look at the cards, did I? So let's have a look. Exhale Confusion. This grants 2 fear, and invaders with strife don't participate in Ravage. So this can be a good way to save, like, you don't want to use up the strife. You want the strife to stay on the invaders so that they can be destroyed later. And Turmoil's Touch gets more cards, but they're just random cards, taking a card from the top of the deck. So not the strongest, but it is what I'm going to play. Because this isn't going to do anything. Frightful Keening pushes your Incarna and can add some extra fear, but by pushing your Incarna, you're adding strife, so it's pretty strong as well. And this adds strife and can push the invader, and this can even push a city, so this is very strong. All right, let's go ahead with this. We've unlocked push Incarna twice and a little bit of fear and damage, so this is just like killing it. Oh, we actually have 2 Sun because we got Delusions of Danger, which is really good. So normally I'm playing like one of these cards and Turmoil's Touch, so I don't get 2 damage or 2 fear. I just get one or the other, so it's kind of nice. So let's do Delusions of Danger here. And you doesn't super matter. Maybe into the. I'll just pile them all up in E4, I think, because here I can push my Incarna. I get to push this guy, right? So let's put him in here too. And I'm going to go over here too. And I'm going to put you in here. Hello, Space Hawk. Space Hawk. Not just any Space Hawk. Space Hawk 007. So we have a Explorer in the Mountains and the no build, no Ravage. Good tempo here. Here I could discard a card to take a minor power in my discard. Actually, I don't really need Exhale Confusion. I think probably before I'm going to reclaim again. So let's get rid of that right now, because there's no Ravage. I got Gift of Living Energy. Trickster Senses Guards. Yeah, playing Trickster and this spirit together is a lot of fun. I could actually do this twice. What did I get? I got, let's do it again. I can just gain a random minor power, gain a minor power next turn. And, oh, I wouldn't have any energy though. I get 1 energy here. If I luck into a free minor power, then that's pretty good. Let's play Frightful Keening next turn. Teeming Rivers, not that great, but that's fine. And here I get to do. They only have 1 Sacred Site, and it's my Incarna right now, so I have to do this here. I'll generate 2 fear and kill an Explorer. We can certainly stop this build. We might just let this one go. Actually, not. Yeah, we're gonna be able to strife it and push it away. Like, yeah, it's gonna be actually really good. Okay. Sweden is not having a good day. Free card? Free card. I just want the free card. Because, well, actually, I'm going to add presence. So I'm going to have an energy if I want. So maybe maybe I don't. I mean, Treacherous Waterways is actually kind of fine out of these choices. None of them have air, so they're not my favorites. Renewing Boon is not a big deal. Razor Sharp Undergrowth is not a big deal. Yeah? Like, actually, it's the best card? I mean, call it the other one is fine too. And let's take the energy because I'm getting really low on energy. And do I want a Sacred Site here just to have one? Maybe I want to put I want to put Presence where I want to reclaim and dump my Incarna, potentially. Because I'm going to reclaim next turn. Let's play these cards. And I actually want to not be in here because I want to... I thought I didn't... I was thinking I was going to push the city. I actually did end up doing that. That's fine. I'll just... let's do this. And push you. And then I have more options for where this can go and stop another build, like based on whatever the next... Either jungle or wetland, right? So if it's jungle, I get to stop a build. If it's not, then I don't. But actually, I could... they're not going to explore there, are they? They don't have any chance to explore there. You could just kill this guy. I feel like adding a wilds is more valuable, though. Because we're going to stripe the city. Let's just put a wilds there. I think that's fine. Maybe I didn't play that all as best as I could, but... Add a town adjacent to a coastal town. There are no coastal towns. Ha ha ha. Add one to Han. 3 to Han. Let's put here and protect the solo coastal Dahan. No ravage. No build. What are the invaders even doing? And they don't even get to go in there. So I should do this here now because my Sacred Site, if I move away, then I won't have range to this land. I'm only doing 1 damage, so I'm just going to explore. And let's go in here. Put a stripe on you. Then I will let that do whatever. Maybe I have a power to move to Han fast? No. I could actually save the stripe on that city too, if I want. So here I'm gonna move you there, back to the city. You're still gonna build here. And so many cards. It's lovely. Yeah, playing this doesn't actually do a lot. Just saves the 1 stripe on the city. If I could get to Han in there, it could actually do something. How do you push cities? Because this card says push an invader. Add strife, you may push the invader you added strife to. So it doesn't matter what kind of invader it is. And you can push it twice if it's an explorer town. I just want to like get energy. Like there's nothing for me to really do. Remove blight, gain energy. Is that what I'm doing? I feel like next turn is a much more important turn. I do want to strife the town that comes here. So maybe we play Twist Perceptions. Pushing my Incarnate doesn't do anything this turn, which is kind of too bad. It lets me like push it back in next turn, which I think I want to do. Set up for right innate. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to keep the strife. I want to use this next turn, not this turn. I want those invaders to keep their strife. This city is like kind of whatever. I think let's do this. This gives me... It gives me 1 energy right now. That's not even great. I could do this to like just set up more strife. This does stop another build probably, right? So, all right, let's do that. But I do want to get out of this land so I can go back into it. I think our best bet is they could explore any land. So I think if I go here, then I can get anywhere, even coastal. So I think there's this, yeah, there's that one in the back, but I can actually hit that with Twist Perceptions if I want. So let's go here. Visions out of time. We have other stuff in this event. Lands with Dahan have defend 2. Raven's actions do +1 damage. They're actually going to blight here now. Because there's no Dahan. 1 damage per beast isn't going to do anything. So, the first part. I can lose 1 energy and replace my most expensive non-unique power card in hand or discard pile, which is some minor power, with one of the same type. And then lose it. Or I can add an Omen token to this land. That's fine. They don't participate in Ravage. I will head off the problems myself. At Strife. Aw, there's no invaders there. So they blight because of the event. Nothing I could do about that. Alright, wetlands. They don't even get to escalate. They wouldn't have gotten to escalate unless they went into mountains, and even then would be blocked. I get to do 1 damage to an invader with Strife. Isn't really doing anything. So yeah, let's go in here. Fix this town, but we can stay. Right, explore, but you can stay. Kill the explorer. All right, we still have 1 explorer here, so there's 1 too much damage. But I can always push out an explorer here. We'll probably go with the double presence add. We can get to 3 card plays. We can actually afford 3 card plays. Our cards are really good, so I think I want to do that. And maybe have a sacred site here. It gives us really good range of everything. Sweden is getting their butt kicked. All right, that gives us more energy from this. It's nice. Okay, we're gonna do this, And we're going to probably Delusions of Danger. It just says like it does cost 1, but it adds 1 more damage and 1 more fear by virtue of being that, and it has air. So air lets us push out and back in to strike the last guy. So if we play 1 more air card, we do. And we can destroy a city. Actually, we're 1 air short of this. Be good. We're getting there. Alright. Invaders with Stripe do not participate. And if you look closely, you can see they're a little wobbly because they're not participating from that card. Did a Han do that too? But that actually hasn't come up yet, which is kind of funny. Push 1. You can go maybe in with the beast. Maybe the beast will kill you. And oh yeah, I could just go in there and strike him and send him back. Whoop! Hey everybody. Now the worst thing that can happen here is the event that says ignore 1 strife on each invader. But the worst thing that happens here is 2 blight. So that's not like the end of the world. That's just a thing that could happen. And it didn't. Okay, good. I think it would be up at the top. Add 1 explorer to a land with blight. Sure. In each land with town city, 1 damage per Dahan. Here, we don't have Dahan with our guys. With the invaders at all. Remove 1. Yeah. Again, they're not in the right place. It's fine. We don't need Dahan. The omen has occurred. And they build there again. We're just going to strife it again. Alright, mountains are here again. So we do want to remove that blight. And maybe deal with that land a bit. And we don't have Exile Confusion this turn, but actually we can hit our Reclaim 1 and use it again. I think we'll probably do that. Or we could just reclaim all if we discard a bunch of cards and get free cards. Maybe we want to do that. What if we generate 3 fear and destroy a city? What if we did that? Okay. Turmoil's Touch. Let's go ahead and reclaim all. Actually, if we don't have to reclaim all because we could reclaim 1 and gain a card and still pay. So we just basically discard these 2, keep Teeming Rivers, Exile Confusion, and some new card. I just want Teeming Rivers to deal with that land. We'll put presence in there so we can hop in on the reclaim. We need to. We have a lot of cards now. If you don't reclaim at all, if you don't reclaim, we have almost no air. That's okay. I don't think we need to have a lot of air. There is the 1 city. We would have 1 air from that, and maybe I actually would need to discard the other card. I can't go back because I revealed new information. Yeah, the problem is that I don't have enough air to move my thing twice, my Incarna twice. And so there would be a blight here. Not the end of the world. It's just 1 city doing 5 damage. I think I'm going to accept that. And maybe we get like a defend card here. We got a defend card. Okay, let's go in here. Reclaim 1. Play these cards. Even free. I guess did one of those cards have air? Steam Vents or Scream Disease? I could have picked one of those and just went back in and added Strife instead of Defend. I think that's better, right? Adding Strife is better. So is it Steam? I think it's Scream Disease, right? Steam Vents is not deal. I think Disease is pretty great. Yeah, now we get to go out. We get to do this thing. Also, we're going to have a bunch of fear. Voice is more reliant on air cards than we're open. Yeah. Air is good. Sure. Have range 1. Did I want to put Disease there? I think I want to put Disease wherever I use Teeming Rivers. Oh, there might be an event that does damage from Disease, right? So let's throw the Disease in here. It won't come up for a while, but okay. Go out, go in. Add Strife. Event, please don't ignore Strife. It doesn't ignore Strife. We do damage from fire. I could forget. I have lots of cards in my discard to forget. Guard yourself. Like, am I ever playing Shadows of the Burning Forest? Maybe. It's free. Unquenchable Flames. Do like adding Badlands. This one, I kind of like. They don't have air. Let's get rid of Unquenchable Flames, I guess. I don't know. They're all fine. Yes, it is Presence. Deal 2 damage. Alright, each beast in your spirit. Go into this land with guys. Gain a minor power. And do not have 4 more on. Not doing good on the events here, but push up to 3 from the inland land. I don't want that. I want them to be there. Lands with presence have defend 2. I got an energy. Alright, we do have this, but we can... Oh, they're actually exploring in a different land type. It's been... There's still no jungle, huh? In the whole game? Alright. Get rid of that. And I get to do 2 damage. Alright. So they are doing 2 blight there. I think there's nothing I can really do to solve that unless I get Indomitable Claim or something like that, which I'm not because I'm reclaiming cards. I do get to move and add Strife. How much do I actually have? I can play 3 cards. I can add Strife by getting in there. I can push 1 away. Well, I'd probably rather stop builds than push 1 away, though. I'm wondering if I can actually get it down to 1 blade instead of 2, if that's worthwhile. Let's see. I can just try it and go back if I don't like it. If I play... I can't hit this. I can't play enough cards. Next turn I can probably do it. If I try to keep the stripe on them, I don't think I have enough to do that, right? This lets me push away 2 explorers, but I can't go back out and in. Because I'm not playing enough air. this doesn't have air. I don't think it actually works. So I think instead of that, let's just accept that ravage. Maybe we get a fear card that says they don't ravage. We can still stop this build. We could even put a disease in there if we wanted to. I could just play like other cards. Play some other cards, then next turn I have more air to do stuff. Yeah, maybe we get a major power next turn. Let's plan to do this and get a major power and empower our Incarna and like go nuts. We don't get any innate powers this turn doing this, but I think it's fine. Because next turn is going to be like no ravage, right? We trust this. Not a lot. Put you in there. Energy. And I guess I could put him here and stripe him. Yeah. Why don't you go here? Get striped, yo. Wait, how does he have a stripe? That's a bug. I know I went like I had stripe, but then I undid that. Yeah. That is a buggly bug. I know I noticed it way too late. But I'm gonna report it now. We can go back and fix it. Strife is still on the city after I did. I bet we can reproduce it. We didn't gain a power card, so we can undo all the way. I don't want to cheat by leaving that strife there because it might stop their ravage, and that would be a cheaty cheat. Oh, Benalby is watching. The card is posted. Let's go back. And right, we're back to the slow phase. There's no strife there, as you can see. And let's just make sure easy to reproduce. Boop. City. Undo. Oh, strife's still there. What if I just strafe the whole island? Yeah, I can just strafe the whole... Oh, it only works on the city. Okay. Okay. So, not like the end of the world. I mean, it is the end of the world, but it's probably why it didn't get noticed yet, because no one tried it with the city yet. Alright, well, we're going to actually go here. Put you here. And play the cards that don't actually do anything. Except give me a bunch of energy. And 2 energy. Immediately ravage. Ooh. that would be really brutal. They would add 2 blight here and then add 2 blight again and cascade in the actual ravage. That seems bad. We can actually instead have them skip the ravage at the cost of 2 cards and going directly to stage 3. I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Choose a land with Beast, Strife, or Dahan. Downgrade 1 town city there. Or skip the next build action. I could pick a, like, I don't really want to downgrade the city. I want to blow it up. I'm fine with it being a city. So why don't we skip the next build action here, where there won't be one. All right, that guy's Death by Dahan. This one, if we move it Dahan there, which we're not actually good at. We don't have any way to move Dahan at all. We haven't even picked up something for that. I mean, we kind of did, but then we had the option. We didn't pick it. All right, the island has no blight. I have a reclaim 1. Yeah, so I think it's gain power card, major. Either go to 4 card plays or elements, depending. Space Hawk 007, that is not correct. That only is in effect in lands with strife. There is no strife in that land. So I'm going to click this and gain a major power. Instruments of their own ruin. That is a spicy card with this spirit. There's a lot of strife around. Each invader with strife deals damage. Well, what do you think's going to happen? Paralyzing Fright is also very good. But I think it has to be Instruments of Their Own Ruin, right? Manifest Incarnation also pretty good. Like, you can make them Ravage and have Dahan. Yeah, and Sweden also has extra damage. Like, this land is going to be completely erased here in the fast phase if I click this. So I'm just going to click it. I think Teeming Rivers has worn out its welcome. And we have Sacred Site range to everywhere except here. And we do, like, just not like at this 1 second. And it doesn't matter because there's no one there. We want sun or moon. I don't want the threshold there. I would turn it off if I got it. So let's go 4 card plays. We have lots of 0 cost. And don't super care where this goes. Just put presents in places. All right. So this guy's gonna Ravage and build, but whatever. Don't care about him. We're gonna do 1 billion damage with this. I have a Reclaim 1. I could even make him not. What if you didn't? Because he wants to build too, right? So just make him go away. And then what do we need? We need plant. There. We got everything here except for 1 more air to fully everything to fully. What if we do this? Is like an extra level of the same of the innate, right? Another push. Sure. I think the game is over now, probably. Seems likely to be over now. You're gonna go in here. And you're all gonna die. Right? Like, there's no way they don't all die. Also, we get to add another strike. Stay there. I could probably get more stuff in here by pushing around first. Honestly. But it would... I would need, like, multiple moves. So, like... Go here. Go here. In this town. Here. I mean, I get to push again, so I could send another town into here, basically, by doing that. So, and whoop, there we go. Yeah, that's fine. And there's no risk of that, like, blighting or whatever. And don't care really about that. And I'm gonna add a strife to... I don't think it matters if another explorer gets a strife, but everything's still gonna die. Alright, no build, no ravage. They do have a city still, so they're not dead. Years of Little Rain. Give me free presents, please. I could just discard a couple cards. And I get my element. I don't need it now. I can pick it later, though. Alright. Different coastline with the hunt. Cool. Not doing anything. Mountain Jungle. They literally get to go in 2 lands. They're getting stomped a bit. I can make more fear, or I have the top level, so I can destroy more invaders, but I think they're just gonna die too fast. Because I'm gonna go in here and strike the city so we blow it up. I think we win, right? We win as soon as I destroy the city because there's no towns either. So, I don't know, over here, let's see what free cards we would have gotten. Quicken struggles. And Rights of Lands Rejection. Same elements. We have a bajillion cards. This is like, you get crazy amounts of cards when you are playing solo with this. If you're playing multiplayer, you can only target a different spirit, so. And sure, we don't need more damage, so let's just wail on them. GG. There are no cities on the island. All right, so that's our first game with Wandering Voice. Pretty clean island at the end. And we had how many cards? Like 11 cards or something like that. Instruments of Ruin was pretty awesome. I mean, I think we would have won easily just using our innate power in that land, but it made it even better coming across that major power. Alright, let's play another game. Maybe with another spirit. Random adversary. Let's actually play with Ember-Eyed Behemoth as the other spirit, because I haven't played that many games with both Incarna spirits. Right now there's 2 Incarna spirits. Well, there's 1 out right now and another one coming, and eventually there'll be 6. So, but we have 2 incarnate spirits. Let's play them together. And France 6 was suggested. You want to make it hard on me. So, let's do it. France 6. We have Wandering and Stomping. So they start off with the sands. I'm gonna add an explorer to a land without one. Put them in the city lands with disease. All right. So we can stop this build pretty easily. We can't quite stop 2 builds. We could maybe start pushing stuff out of the back corner. I don't know if that's the best idea. Notice when you push the spirits incarnate, you are dragging the piece. Yep. If you are pushing a single piece, then you can drag it instead of click click. That is a feature we added like a month ago, maybe. Just in the first update after Behemoth, we added that. So that's in the game right now. Gracie Puz, you can do the drag. 7 total incarnate with Warrior, Locust, and Lair. Are there 7? Or are there 6? Actually, we can see in the help. An incarnate page that has them all. I think? Yeah. There's 7. Yeah, you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Wandering Voice needs to move up from coming soon into currently available. Not yet, but soon. Alright, so I'm just thinking of what I can do with 2 pushes. I could push one of these towns. Or I could strike the city. I would love to be able to get 2 builds stopped, but I don't think that's going to happen. You can stop city build. You have to get presence somewhere. Coral Locust being overlooked. I mean overlooked. I don't know which one I overlooked. Just one of them. It's not clear which one, right? I think let's leave. We want to leave the coastal land alone. Yeah, I'd rather they don't, like, if we can move these guys out of here, we start working on, like, avoiding the inland explorers if we can. So I'm going to add presence probably here, push them into here with the beast. So let's get a minor power. Ooh, hazard spread, shore seeds. Those are very good powers for Behemoth. Like, they have all the elements. They both have all the elements that we want. This adds wilds and badlands. This copies this. I mean, we don't have any badlands to copy yet, so this does add badlands, so it's not the hardest thing to get going. Yeah, I think hazard spread is free too, and Spirit struggles with energy a lot, so let's do this. 2 card plays so we can stomp somewhere that they explore. And discard a power card with fire. Usually it's going to be Exaltation for me. In Terrifying Rampage, I could stop that Ravage with Terrifying Rampage potentially, so let's hang on to it and play Intimidation. No, I guess the problem is hazard spread doesn't do a whole lot. I want it to be copying Badlands, so maybe actually... Maybe we hope for a defend card next turn. We do this again and we get to reclaim them all next turn, so... We just accept any blight and we do this. I can copy Stripe with this too, though, right? That's pretty handy. We're not really close enough to each other yet, but we're getting there. I mean, I'm going to be coming over, actually. All right, we're going to definitely declick this. I think. Definitely, I think. Call to migrate. Something we didn't have last game, the Han movement. I can play this and block this build. It doesn't have air, but I'm going to click on it because getting this early tempo is very handy. It's free. Probably going to go with something to help us stop another build. Oh, it's not going to stop a build. It's France, right? Because they're going to put 2 explorers in wherever they go. I wonder if this makes sense. We could pay energy. For a free card. Let's do that. Alright. So we want to Blazing Intimidate you guys. Over here. And I want to send you there. You are also going there. Alright. That seems pretty good. They're building 1 city, which is Triangle Trade. Actually, maybe because of Triangle Trade, let's do the other one. Actually, that means I need... Yeah, I forgot about Triangle Trade, right? That's a bonus town for them. So I need to go and do other things. Put my presence in a different place. Doesn't really change a whole lot. No Triangle Trade for you. Alright, so they build that city inland instead. And we'll just let them fight. That's fine. Yeah. Jungle. So 1 jungle is diseased. The other one, yeah, not terrible. I think mountain would have been worse because we would have had a city build there. I'm gonna go ahead and hope for death by dawn. It's risky, but I think it's worth it. So we can actually usefully put wilds here. Here's not the most useful, but it helps with stage 2. I guess here's actually gets coastal lands as well, but I think stopping them going in the blighted land is probably better. Oh, and I get to stomp here for stopping a city build, or yeah, I think that's probably good. damage to a striped invader. Well, I guess it's just you. And I think we're gonna pay energy. Ooh, it has fire. Awesome. Oh, steam vents is very good. Very nice. Steam vents actually makes me consider the reclaim now because stop that build too, but let's pay energy. What did I get? Call to Ferocity. Wish that Ember-Eyed Behemoth got that too. I think we aren't gonna reclaim all. That's gonna be next turn. Because we can Surging Lahar, get Badlands in here. What are you gonna do? You don't need to play that. We could have discarded that, but we can't go back now. We could actually play it because we can get 3-card plays. It generates 2 fear, so it's not nothing. We can reduce the amount of towns they build here. Our 2 jungles like together for us, unfortunately. But I could like strike this guy, put him in here. Or just leave him there for Slave Rebellion. When's Slave Rebellion? Not for a while. I'm gonna want to teleport my Incarna next turn. I'm not sure where. Oh yeah, actually I can't do 3-card plays because I have no energy. So actually I need to click here and go to 1 energy. Okay, that makes my decisions here easier because I spent my energy. Oh man, I'm just gonna click on this like instantly. I don't care what the rest of the cards say. Look at the elements on that. Spicy. And it's free. How could I choose anything else? I do need a Sacred Site, but I have a Sacred Site. All the time. I always have a Sacred Site. Well, unless my Incarnate leaves the island, I guess. Can happen. What's the range on this presence at? 2. I want to go in here so I can pop my Incarnate in there potentially next turn, I think. We can be friends. Do I just click this? And I think this is good. This gets me destroy a town amount of damage. Gets me more fear. Sort of equivalent-ish. Yeah, it kind of is equivalent, right? But destroying towns is a friend's thing, so let's destroy the town. And this also makes 2 more fear, so. Okay, we're only playing 2 cards. But we also have no energy. We just have to take this and hope to get a card with fire that we don't want. Because I mean, I could discard Hazard Spread. So let's see what we get. Lure of the Unknown. Ooh. I like that more. Oh, I like Drought as well. Destroy 3 towns. Ooh, destroy 3 towns. This does stop a build entirely. It's going to get hard to use, but it is also free. Destroy 3 towns. There's going to be 2 towns here, so it's not like the most value. I'm probably going to regret not clicking on Drought, but I'm going to not click on Drought. And we're going to discard this because there aren't any Badlands yet. And I can hit this with Surging Lahar, adding a Badlands. I can lure to stop one of these 2 builds. And my presence doesn't need to be like anywhere in particular. Let's put it in here. I mean, I could put it in here if we think that we're gonna... I guess we can Terrifying Rampage or whatever there, so yeah, we can deal with it. Start getting a little energy. And then I'm going to, next turn, reclaim all cards with fire, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We get a little stomp. We get a baby stomp. I interestingly don't have a great spot to use this right now. What I want to do is, I mean, I could use it here and then stop there, but I'm probably going to stop the build there, right? So what if we do this? Actually, maybe I don't stop the build there. Get you in there. If I go in here, then I could use Portents of Disaster there. Now, you know what? We're going to stop here, right? We're going to stop there. So just use that there. We'll lure this guy out of here. So we're going to Inscrutable here. Go in there. Actually move this guy out, but out of the back. It's interesting. I think I'm going to move this guy. And we're going to lure this Explorer into here, which is slightly dangerous if they get +1 damage. But probably fine. +1 Explorer. That's actually really gross. France. And Beast. And Han are going to be gathering into places. Actually, that's okay. Add Beast to a land. The Beast. Beast. In the coast. That's going to get blown up probably. We can gather Dahan into here. B2. Now I don't want them in there, but I can gather them in here for the Ravage coming up. There is disease, but it's going away in a second. Three explorers killed. Hiding behind the Incarnate. Sneaky. not adding an explorer there, that's for sure. Let's add it to this lands. And lands with beast. Alright. 2 damage, extra fear. I want this place to get the Badlands. Guess we're gonna push into here. It's the only place we can really go. And I get to do 2 damage. Alright, not bad. I also get to move my Incarna, which I will do. I'm going to teleport it over. It's not teleport, it can also, yeah, whatever. I think I want to have it in here. Incarna Party, they're not in the same land, but they're neighbors. Alright, so 2 Ravages sorted down here, and this one obviously is a little more problematic, but actually it's not that bad. If we want to reclaim here, we could get over there and stripe it. Let's do this first. Womp. I get to double stomp here. It's going to be good. I get to move this. Do I want to move it? It's a pretty good stomping spot. I think I just want to be here. Because they're going to build a bunch of towns here. I could stop that build entirely with Blazing Intimidation, though. And still get back for the stomp. That might be actually a good idea. Go in, say, here. Blazing Intimidation. Steam Vents destroys an explorer. I could, yeah. Terrifying Rampage here. Let me think. So, if I go over there and add strikes, then the Dahan don't do anything. Unless I then, like, run away, which I could. Run away this way. We also have this land ravaging, so I think I probably want to have Terrifying Rampage somewhere. Problem is there's too much going on over there and not enough of me. If I reclaim I'm only going to get 1 push anyway, so it doesn't actually do it. I think this Blazing Intimidation might be actually for this land. Maybe? Or no, it's Terrifying Rampage here. And Intimidation here. And how do I stop enough here? I don't think I don't have enough resources to do that. I don't think I can do it. I mean, I could stripe the city, intimidate 2 guys away. Yeah, that's a way to do it. Seems like a lot of stuff to just deal with the ravage in one land, though. And I'm not stopping builds, I'm not doing whatever, but I do have presence there. Dahan are gonna get killed. Might not be the best thing to do, but let's see. The Dahan are not gonna participate right now. And I feel like a whole lot of nothing is happening, which is kind of annoying. I need to be killing stuff, not having nothing happen. I think with this play, I'm not actually wanting my incarnate to be there. I want it to be here. So let's leave it there. So we have to I think Terrifying Rampage here. It's the same, right? It's kind of the same thing. We still end up with one Explorer doing 2 damage to Dahan, but the Dahan aren't going to participate, so then nothing happens. Sure. So do we want to leave the Strife or not? I don't know. We could use this and have the Strife stay. I think we'd want to use that for this. I think that's more useful. What else can you do? So many Explorers around now. Just be adding a bunch of Strife. So many Explorers. They're going to turn into towns. I guess they're not. They're not here. Time to set up a Mega Slave Rebellion. Oh yeah, when is that? 2 turns from now. Well, not this turn. I think it's here, right? Next turn. I can gather 3 Dahan. That's true. That's going to happen here, right? Oh, they're not going to build. The problem is that there are not going to be a lot of towns here. There's going to be, like, we can have it hit the city, I guess. So that's good, but there's going to be a bunch of Explorers here. This does gather. We can get 3 Dahan in here, and they can kill the city for us with the Slave Rebellion, so that's not nothing. And we can strike a town and get him in here too. So, like, we can actually get a bit. Okay, it's not the best turn, but let's do that. Okay. Yeah, so let's do Terrifying Rampage here. Get the Dahan in here. So that's going to be just 1 damage. Blazing Intimidation here. And you 2 guys there, I guess. So now we have, yeah, 1 damage to land, 1 damage to land. That's it. And I get to push. I guess I can send another town in here for the Slave Rebellion. Probably a better Slave Rebellion than 1 Dahan will die in F2 because Badlands. No, they won't. They're not participating in the Ravage. So they don't take damage nor deal damage. Okay. I think we're good. And there's no damage there. We're gonna build a lot. Ooh. We can fortify resilience or let destruction have its day. We kind of want the disease to be in this land. It's kind of important for us. We don't care if the Dahana -1 health. So I think we're actually, well, we do here. That Dahan's gonna die. Yeah, and the minus health, we are doing some damage. Smash, dump, and flatten. That's about it, though. I think we allow the destruction because I want... Disease is actually... We could put disease here. Put disease here. We don't, I think, want to put disease there. Alright, remove beast here. I think I want them to build here because I'm going to do this twice, killing everything. I guess I could go and do it twice here. See the dancing Dahan? Yeah. They're probably going to have a little bit more of a visual effect too than that, but... I wonder if I don't... Yeah, if they build, then they're going to have like -1 health. It's a whole bunch of fear. That's pretty valuable. Put his disease back here with this guy. And take away this beast. I think I'm okay with this not building a city though. That's not presence. That's not presence. Not for this. Alright, we're gonna add a blight. Maybe to this coastal land. That didn't happen. We get to downgrade 1 town city. I like it back here because actually then they don't get to explore in the back. Oh, but I can't click that land. And I don't want to downgrade the city. I want it to get blown up. So in this board, I just don't do anything. On this board, I can make this into an explorer. I think that's probably the way to go. Explore jungle. All right, is that presence? I'm gonna say it's not presence because I'm not reclaiming. A little gross. Let's add a town here. We're gonna add blight here. And a bonus explorer. So what does this say? All invaders of strife? Invaders of strife take 1 damage. So explorers get killed too, huh? Nice. You, Mr. Explorer, go here with your friend. So I want to bring Dahan here. Leave them here in the middle. So they're going to have full health again, but it's going to be good. Oh, they lost their strife. They didn't use the thing, but... Well, you know what? I can... Let's send someone else. Can I get something else in there? Where are they building? Yeah, here. You go in there. Stay in there. Get this land out. Okay, and we can move you. Go over here to this jungle that's stomping as well. Are there any other incarnate animations planned? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. You can already see Wandering Voice does things too. I may be able to do a bit more. Right now, this is what it does. So, Ravage is just a baby Ravage. There's just going to be 3 explorers here. We could actually use Lure the Unknown to get one out of there. Get to 3 card plays? Not quite. Oh, we can get to 3 card plays. That seems like I want to get to 3 card plays and have a bigger stompy party. If I did that, I would have 1 energy. I could play Steam Vents and 2 other cards. Is there another place where adding Strife helps? Yeah, this is the Slave Rebellion turn. So, you probably can get to 3 air pretty easily. I could get to 3 card plays here too. Seems like a good idea. What are we doing about this guy? Do we care about? I guess we could use Lure the Unknown on him. Yeah, we can get him into this mountain. Then that Ravage is okay. And over here, we don't really get to stop the Ravage. But there's going to be a whole bunch of Dahan and they'll kill them all. So we could Steam Vents one of these guys. Maybe? No, we can't. We don't have our presence. We can't get our presence in there. I think I want to get presence in here. And we want to play Lure. The event stops a town here, so it's fine. Great elements for us. And just a card with fire. Probably Hazard Spread. I don't know that it... I mean, it could, like, make a Strife or make a Badlands, probably is what we'll do. Start populating Badlands around. And where do you want presence? I guess in here is good. Clever Retort Not Found says, Hazard Spread can solve the city in F2. How is that? Pretty sure it can. But don't worry, we have things we can do. Spread strife from where? What adjacent land has strife? None. It can do strife tokens if they're in an adjacent land, but they are not. No, a land is not adjacent to itself. Spirit Island. All right, let's get presence back here, I think. And probably going to be happy with Portents because it's going to trigger on the event. I think these guys with Strife are all going to be dead, so we don't need to use Exhale. We might want to... Well, we can always do other things. So what if we click these two? Short one air. Okay, let's do that. Throw Portents in there. I'm going to get a stripe on the city here. And then get these guys out of here. Go in there to get killed. Invents one of these guys. Now I could throw Badlands in here. Other things I could do. Yeah, if I don't push the Explorer, I could use Hazard Spread, but then that would also make more towns. I guess there's a town in here. Then I could Hazard Spread and get that town turning into a Dahan. That's probably pretty good. What if I push him somewhere else? That's what I think is better. Right, you come here and then put you in here. And then right him. I don't want him in here making a new town, right? Let's lure this guy to stop a blight. So we're gonna have blight here. There might be like we're just gonna need like defend 2 from the Dahan, so we're gonna have a ton of fear cards. We're gonna generate a bunch of fear from killing all this stuff, so. Alright, I think we're good. One potential blight. Wait, pending the event. Oh look, surprise! On each board, add strife to a town. Oh, we were gonna add a strife anyways. We didn't have to worry about doing that, right? We're already adding strife from this, but it's fine for him. I want him to die. I want that guy to die. So let's go back. I forgot that we added strife. I had the right idea to begin with. Turns out. He can go in there. Or wherever Dahan are, really. And then I can put strife somewhere else to kill someone else, or put Badlands, which is better. Badlands is better. Honestly. Okay. And I'm waiting for maybe moving Incarna. Alright, we're going to add stripe to this town, and we're going to add stripe to probably this one here in G7. Yeehaw. More Dahan. After an action destroys one or more, add a town. That's annoying. Add disease. The inland with the most. Yeah, I'll put disease here so they don't build a city and a bunch of towns. Gain energy, reclaim a card. I accept. Remove one from a land with stuff. That means we could stop this build, which is not a big deal. We can stop this blight, which is also not a big deal, but oh, and France pushes them instead. That's fine. Go there. You also go there. Sands comes up, we're going to have a lot of potential towns. Also, we get to defend too. Sure. Doesn't matter. All right. Mountains, where I've been shoving blight. That's all right. They can have a town here and here. And a free explorer can go here. Automatically went there. All right, we get to do 3 damage. So if we destroy this town, a new one pops up due to the event. Look at me, I'm the invader now. I do like this. Solving that, and I kind of just want to leave the town there because it just comes back. But we can come over here, I think, and make this just have an explorer. I could actually come over here and just destroy the stuff here. Maybe I do that. Whoop. Just to basically like move this town maybe here. Do we put it here and then just blow it up? I think maybe we just put it here and blow it up. We have our incarnate right next door, so and pay an energy. Pay an energy, we probably want to use this, but then yeah, we are likely to get a card with fire. Can pay for everything in that case. Maybe. It's a bit of a gamble. For me, I would have to take this to, or get to the reclaim 1 spot. Yeah, it's a little easier for me to choose that. Why am I doing this? Stopping the city here. Man, I would love to have some disease. That would be nice. If we pop in here, we can... All we just need is like a little defend. We don't have that. Tons of Dahan, but no defend. Yeah. Just don't build cities. I mean, cities aren't that bad. Against France, cities aren't that bad. It's the problem is the towns. What if I instead make you build one less town? Go over here. I don't want you to, like, block the Han from getting back there. Oh, also, this is the first invader with Strife. Can do 3 damage to him. All this other Strife is gone. Sure. I mean, that means I could kill a town directly now. That's fine. I can get in here and strike this town if I want next turn, so... Oh yeah, the event adds a freaking town. Go in here. Don't want the escalation in sands to blight necessarily. Yeah, I mean, that's just not even good. I need to prevent the future town, I think. What I need to do. That event adding more towns is really gross. Yes, I know the card goes to the discard. That's why I'm paying energy. There's a defend card. There's sort of a defend card. Good elements for me. Okay. So, we want energy. I mean, if I take the top, I get 3 energy, means I can't play all my cards. So I want to do this. So let's see what we get. A fire card. Literally, I need to click on that and discard it. I mean, yeah, pretty much. And add a presence. I'm gonna make a sacred site so we can warp better, probably. Doesn't really matter right now, though. We can intimidate 2 towns here. And that gets them away. Or we can strong on coastal currents. Works too. Intimidate is good for stopping town builds. I think I want to have a sacred site here and get more energy. You get to have level 3 stomp. Kill these guys. You didn't get a defend, right? You got Bird's Cry Warning. Strike this guy and send him in here and then go somewhere else so that the Dahan actually get to do something. It's not bad. Or we could use Exhale. We get Reclaim 1. If there's something that Reclaim 1 does for us, I feel like we get literally just any defend card that works really well there. I guess Bird's Cry Warning could get Dahan in here, which is helpful. Yeah, I think it's this. Let's get 1 more minor power, go for majors soon. It adds Strife. The Beast Push isn't doing much. Call to Trade. Interesting. But that makes like a triangle trade build. Not great. I like fire in the sky. Just generally on this spirit is very strong. I think I want to have presence in here because this is a double spot. So 3 cards. Could actually, yeah, we could use this to get that town out of there. Doesn't have air on it. I could actually empower my Incarna if I reclaim the right card, I think. I did this and reclaim the card with plant. But empowering the Incarnate isn't like that big a deal, really. I think we can strife enough stuff here now that it's okay. Maybe we don't care about the triangle trade, they just put it in here. I kind of want Bird's Cry Warning. What if I just play... Oh, I can't play. I want to play one more card, but I can't. So, what if this? Stop triangle trade. We can even bring some Dahan from the lands that have billions of Dahan. We put them down in here for the counterattack. We strife the 2 towns here. The Dahan don't get killed, so they just hang out. So that seems fine. All right, so this... Oh, I don't get to do both. Let's do one. Okay. Push Dahan, go in there. Inscrutable. I guess they may as well go somewhere else. Make one less town up in here. If we put it in here, then it saves 1 Dahan's life for 1 explorer. I think we just move the towns away so that the Han aren't fighting back. They may as well, like, you know, you can kill them later. I'm gonna have 3 damage here, but it's Sacred Sight range, right? So maybe actually I want to put them here so I can hit them. Yeah. Slight adjustment. We can kill some stuff over here. Oh, right, I wanted to put 1 striped guy in there. Protect the Dahan. So, yeah. Okay, so, and here, you guys are gonna go probably into this coastal land. Oh, I don't want the town to go in there, so they have to go in the same land. Okay, go in here then. All right, so finally, no blight anywhere. That town's probably gonna die. Well, he's definitely gonna die unless they say don't ravage inlands with strike, which is possible. Oh, they're building a lot. So hopefully don't lose to the build. Oh, I had one town per player? No. Why are you Scotlanding me? When they ravage a land, his Dahan depend 1 plus depend 1 per adjacent Dahan. The problem is that... Oh my gosh. I could add them here, but the Dahan aren't participating. Doesn't do anything. Wetlands might come up here. Sands, wetlands, coastal. Is not great. I have Surging Lahar. I can destroy, do good damage here. So let's put a town there, and then I guess here. I think we're losing on the build now. One damage per Dahan. Ooh. That does good things. I think here is just as good as... The mountain is good because it stops city being built. Here is good because the Dahan weren't going to do anything there. Now they do. We get one town back. Here, actually, killing 2 explorers is better than killing the town, I think. So I think we might be okay. They don't get bonus towns. They don't build a town here at all. Yeah, okay. Lucky. Lucky fear card. Unlucky event, lucky fear card. Oh, and here's the sands. We're going to be at 0 towns. Because I think we can afford to use a town. This is because they could add blight. We're at 0. That's okay. Being at 0 is okay. Living on the edge. Now we have to kill a bunch of towns. Very important. Stage 2 is going to be wetland. Or not, can't be jungle, so wetland or coastal. We can add wilds to those. These wetlands would be good. Just do that. All right. Mind shattering kind of has to go here. Fortunately, it does leave a guy. Don't have a great target for Surging Lahar. This is doing 6, right? So just wiping one of these lands. I could use Surging Lahar somewhere and not add a Badlands, which I think I kind of have to do because of how many billions of towns they're creating. Unfortunately. So I think this has to go over here. Guess I could have, yeah, put searching the heart there, but like it's not. There's nothing there. It's not worthwhile. Like, stopping 2 towns in a land is definitely more worthwhile. Let's hopefully we can count on the beast to do something there. Killing this town does stop an additional town. Killing 2 explorers stops 2 towns. Killing this stops 1 town. So you have to kill the explorers. Even with triangle trade. 9 cards in my discard. Thank you, Wandering Voice. And I don't have enough energy to really rely on a major power here. Maybe, I think, next turn. What are we looking at here? 6, 3, 5. Range 0, defend 5. Gift of Twin Days, though. That could be... Actually, I have a defend with plus range, but I don't have presence in any of these places. I can... And even... I could double move and get there and not stomp. Problem is my stomp doesn't go anywhere either. Probably gonna be the defend. Oh, nothing great. What do you got? I could reclaim and teleport in here. I could get back a fire in the sky, drive him, takes care of him. And they're building a billion towns, though. I think you need to get a major power, and hopefully it's the one that destroys a bunch of guys in the sands. Or something. Or blocks actions. So I think we have to click this and click major. It's only 4 energy. We only have 4 energy. Plague ships. That's actually excellent. That stops a billion towns. They build 0 towns. Unless the event that says cancel disease. The moment of Han moving. I think I want to get rid of this. There's no coastal cities. Oh my god. Thank you, Gracie Paz. That is horrible. Can we push a city to the coast? Are there any cities? There's 1 city. Why? Why are you like this game? I did too well preventing city builds on the coast and getting rid of the cities. Oh my gosh. And I can't... I didn't have the chance. None of this doesn't say use the power fast, right? No. Oh man, there's no cities. I can't use plague ships. That was my saving card. Spill bitterness. That's... I can't afford it. I can't get to enough energy for that. Unless the event says they just don't build or something like that. I can't afford these 5-cost cards. What can we do? Strong and Coastal actually lets us stop town. We just try to minimize it and hopefully kill as much as we can in the fast phase, but we're not good at killing stuff in the fast phase. Steam vents can destroy a town or prevent a town. Is there a disease adjacent to a coastal land? I can repeat. Okay. I can do hazard spread twice. I can get disease into one of these lands. This one is building the most, right? 7, 5. No. How many towns is building? 4 towns, 2 towns. Okay, twin days then. I mean, I'm still gonna click plague ships for next turn. Because maybe I just could forget that card. I feel like we have enough cards. That's good elements, but maybe that's a mistake to forget that card. I am tempted by Spill Bitterness. Maybe that's better. What if we take that? Well, if we're not playing it this turn anyways. RIP in pieces. You don't know that. You don't know. Where do you think in a sun or moon? We're gonna make a sacred site in lands with invaders in case we get the event. Where are we doing this? We should plan around all these things. So, okay. Lure the Unknown stops a town. Honestly, I don't care about the Ravages, like, at all. This stops 2 towns. Okay. I think these are the cards for you. Twin Days can let Hazard Spread get disease here. We can't count on the Beast event doing anything. If it does, great, but like, not for sure. And disease is not for sure either, but let's undo this Fire in the Sky and I think the thing is, like, Fire in the Sky also pushes the thing, so like it's just better to do Fire in the Sky. Can't pay for the disease. Well, stop ruining my day. Fine. It's Lure the Unknown or Steam Vents then. And I guess it's Lure the Unknown. Lure the Unknown stops a town by gathering, basically. I guess the question is Fire in the Sky or Strong and Coastal. It's kind of the 2 options, right? Really, yeah. I mean, more fear is something that we might get a fear card that helps. I'd rather things that are definitely helping. So Hazard Spread gets disease here. And we need to pay 2 energy. Yeah, we need to have 2 energy for it. I can't even pick something else. I'm not gonna hope. I'm gonna definitely stop 4 towns by putting disease here. Like, definitely, like, times 0.95 or whatever. So Hazard Spread has got this, and then Lure takes 1 away. My Innate takes another 1 away. And Constant Currents takes another 1 away. And then we accept 2 Cascades. Basically. But, like, we kind of have to accept 2 Cascades. Because think we just kind of have to accept 2 cascades. I'm so lucky there's a disease here. Like, next turn is going to be a mess as well. I think Fire in the Sky is better. So undo. Because it makes 2 fear as well. And the strike is handy and it's more damage for... It's more air, like it's more everything. Yeah, it unlocks some things for us. Okay. And we get to... Oh, we're copying this. I'd rather just not play it. I mean, it means I could not cascade. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Let's put disease here, because maybe there's damage per disease or whatever. Happens. Oh, and do I want presence to be here? Or maybe a sacred site there. It's better. Because we're putting disease there anyways, right? So I think where we put our presence. I'm thinking wandering is going up this way to strafe this, so there's a chance that we get sacred sites do things. I would really love to not play that and get to use Fire in the Sky twice. Is that worth it? We lose out on a lot of damage in the slow phase. And fear. It means not very much. Yeah, it doesn't really do much. It does make 2... This does make 2 fear. Okay, it's fine. It's 2 fear for free. This is... So it seemed things were going better until they came into the sands. And then they're bad. Alright. 1 less town. They are only building 1 town now, so maybe we do, like... We could, oh yeah, triangle trade, right. So right now they're building 2 towns. They're building a city here, triangle trading it, and converting 1. So we could stop both at the cost of some cascades, which seems maybe like less good. I'm wondering if we stop one of these cascades is a good idea. We Fire in the Sky you. Maybe we just accept this cascade. Wondering if I can do something here. Detect those to Han. I think if I come up this way, I can send a striped invader in here. And then I'm going to end up in here. I mean, I was going to send whatever. So they're equivalent clicking either one of these. And I didn't take the plague ships, so do that. 2 towns either way, right? I guess if I move the explorer, it actually ends up being 1 less town, isn't it? So maybe allowing the city is better. Now it's just one town instead of two. And before it was two towns. So many towns. All right. Use this twice in the same land. So the seat saves these to Han. So there's Blight here, Cascade here, and that's what's happening. And they're building one town now from tribal trade. And after all this, watch the event say ignore disease on each invader. It didn't say that. It's actually Slave Rebellion next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. This is 3. And so next turn, Slave Rebellion Part 2. Are they skipping a build? On build F, they're skipping the highest numbered land. So sure, save the disease. We get 4 fear. And defend 5 for this land. It actually puts up, if there was presence there. There isn't. Maybe we can get presence to Han into here or presence into here, and then that would be cool. Let's see. Coordinated assault, or that's an event, I guess. Well, -1 damage per damage they've taken. Doesn't do anything. Oh, but here, 1 damage to each. Up to 2 invaders. Okay. So it doesn't really help. It's on each board, so I guess it's here. I don't know if that's better, or is it better to hit the 2 towns? Depends on, like, there's another fear card. It could like move 1 invader or whatever. I don't know. Like, yeah, let's just kill explorers. That's for sure gonna be useful. Skip them where Han outnumber towns, cities. That doesn't do anything. All right, we have a cascade, so it's asking us. I think I want to click here first because maybe we get to add to Han or something like that from the Blight card. And let's cascade into here. Memory fades to dust. Nice and simple. All right, they explore wetlands, which means we can teleport over there and stuff. And we didn't lose. There's that. You still might be losing. Add Blight or town. We can afford to add 2 towns. Sort of. They're still going to build a Ojillion. Yeah, I kind of need this sacred site to be here. And I don't really want that to cascade. Ooh. Putting myself into a corner here. We have damage to strifed invaders. Yeah. Okay, we can do things. All right, I think the only thing that makes sense... Well, you can get over here and kill these guys instead of this one. How much damage are you doing? A good amount. Add strife, push the invader. How much damage we have? Oh, we get to destroy things. Yeah, I know I have an element too. We can strike this town and kill them all. We have to focus on towns. Like, stay there. And get more fear because we have enough damage and destruction. And Smash Stomp can get into one of these two wetlands or this wetland. That one's striped already, so maybe it's this one here. Do, 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 do. I would love to get like into this, but oh, I don't get to actually. Yeah, actually, hang on. Because I do that twice, I don't get to stop. So actually, my choice is made. I'm stomping here. So I should have added the extra explorer here, so as to stomp him. Yes. Yes, indeed. Just a small, very small optimization that probably won't matter, but you never know. Stomp. And move. And stop. Okay. I'm sure I have a lot of explorers around. But they didn't turn into towns. Here I think we're reclaiming. We can get in here. Well, what do I have? Stuff. It's all I'm gonna reclaim all, but I still can't play Spill Bitterness, and I don't know when I'm gonna get to play that. It's very expensive. He could stay where he is, and this land is solved. But there's still hounds to kill. I would love to have a million Dahan over there. That would be cool. But we could get Dahan in there. It's one town worth. I don't know if that's the best option, but it is an easy option. So let's see. If we get a major, we could have 6 energy. Or we could play 4 cards and stomp a lot. Problem is, as always, we don't have to Han where we need them. And I have defend 6. I don't have any defend. You get Han in there, that would be great. But there's 2 next door, but that's it. And they're building probably 1,000 towns. Just 3, 4. Not so many. We don't get a reclaim, do we? All right, I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Taking a break. Help me remember that I have an important, helpful thing this turn, right? It is the Rebellion Part 2. And so on each board, destroy 1 town. Add 1 strife to any 2 buildings. Every invader takes 1 damage per strife. And then also this. So getting to Han into here is very important. So I'm going to maybe click this. So, yeah, all these guys. So what if I can do this? Just moving to Han into the right places. Next turn, shouldn't it be this turn? Is it not here? I'll believe you. Oh, it says put it under 3 cards. Under the top 3 cards. Oh, okay. Because this was the next card. Draw another one, then return the card. So it's after the next... Okay. It's not this turn. Still, moving to Han might be good. I don't know. So let's see. Do you want a major power? Either a major power or play lots of cards. We do have stuff that does things like steam vents. Unfortunately, we can't get into the wetlands. Oh, we can. We can move our Incarna. But then we lose out on our stomping double stomps. I really would like to get rid of some towns in the fast phase slash prevent them. I guess this does that. I'm just really not in the jungle, or not in the non-jungle. Need to get out of the jungle. But it's hard for me. I could use this just to push the Han into not placed. I could use this. Man, I can't even reach that land. It's not, there's no jungles next to it. It's like safe. How do we organize a counterattack in here? Rapid Wings and Sunlight is how. The last stage 1 card ravaging and the last stage 2 card ravaging. Unless you move events around. Well, this is the last stage. Oh, this is the stage 2 building. Okay. Right, unless cards move around, that helps. Yeah. I don't know how a card ended up in my discard. What? What card was that? Why was that in my discard when I reclaimed all? Oh, because I reclaimed first, and so I could undo it to put it back in the trash. That's kind of weird. After reclaiming all, you can do that, I guess, if you want a card to be in your discard. Technically, maybe it's allowed. I don't know. If I did this to get to 4 card plays, I still only have 2 energy. Oh, that's not good at all. I can't even play. Can't even play 4 cards unless I play 1 energy cards. I wouldn't get to play Blazing Intimidation. Yeah, okay. It's a major. I'm calling it major. Slow. They're all slow and expensive. Obviously, Strangling Firevine is very good if I can have Presence in the Sands, which I don't, and I'm not going to. Oh wait, I can put Presence anywhere. So I could put Presence at range 1 in a Sands. Why am I not anywhere near the places where I need to be? Why can't this go fast? Why isn't this doing what I want? Bombard with boulders? All of these things require us to survive. Bombard with boulders, I think. And like these cards. But I can't worry about them right now. Energy or fire? I don't think we need fire. I think we need energy to play our expensive cards. And they need to be somewhere where Steam Vents is going to do something, so maybe here. Steam Vents, yeah, could. Destroying a town prevents a triangle trade town, so it nets 1 town. I'm going to plan to stomp here. Guard a card with fire. Poisoned Dew. Probably this card would have been like a good card. I have head for this turn, but alright. Defending this even worthwhile? Defend 6. I still need to strike 2 things in it to make them not. And I'm not. Actually, I don't have range to that from where I put my presence. I could defend this land. Okay. I can use it to defend that land. We're just going to accept this cascade, I think. We can easily get Gahan in there. Relatively easily. I'm not playing Bombard. We have a 6 damage stomp. Kills a bunch of towns here. I played Blazing Intimidation for what? For what, you say? Nothing? Kind of for nothing. I'm just not in the places I need to be. Okay. We have the threshold on that. We're short plant. Kind of want steam vents. I need the air on steam vents. Yeah, I don't think I get the threshold on this. Is that even worth playing if I don't have the threshold on it? Blazing Intimidation does stop some town builds, but not like in a super useful way. What if I move my Incarna here? And steam vents. So Carapace Land's still here. Steam vents intimidate, and then steam vents are together for these lands. I think that's okay. And you can help take care of whatever else. So getting Dahan into here is helpful. Getting a couple more Dahan in here to kill the city is nice, but not required. Might be worth putting a Strife in here, but I would need a Sacred Site there, so I didn't. Well, I could put my guy in there. I could always wander over there. But wandering through here stops town builds more. Maybe we don't care about this Ravage. Have we considered that? Oh, right. There's the bug where... And I got new information. Okay, I have to leave it there. But now it's gonna... undo... It's gonna like... I'm gonna cheat with extra strife now. Okay. Do I still want that card? Would I rather... I'm not gonna play it this turn, so would I rather something else? I think I still want that. Okay. Waiting for me to do something. Oh, add a presence and discard a card. Yeah. Maybe I don't need to put presence here if I'm going to Blazing Intimidation them. I can get presence somewhere else. Like ideally close to this problem area. And that. Okay. That. 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 Okay. Ultimately, nothing changed. It's okay. because I didn't realize I didn't want to put the stripe on that city, but it's too late. I can still run through here to get to so far. I don't have enough pushes. I can get into here and then throw a stripe on the thing to push it away, I guess. I can do that. If I play one more air card, I should. If I want him to not participate in Ravage, I'm gonna hope that he takes the damage. He like dies to some splash damage somehow. Let's hope. And if I'm adding more strife, it means I'm doing more killing. So this means we destroy. Oh, no, I need moon. Do I want moon? I don't actually hit the last threshold, do I? It doesn't matter. Let's do this. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, Carapace land. Birds cry warning. That good thing. These are gonna go here. Don't build there. I'm gonna steam vents one of these guys and kill the rest of them. Seems like a plan. So they're just doing a city and 2 towns here, right? So in theory, we're okay town-wise. But I think I would like to make a little more sure. So let's go in here. I'm thinking if I should strife towns instead so as to deal more damage to them. Put them in here. Put them in with the Badlands, and then I hit them with Mind Shattering. I don't know. Fire in the Sky. Can make one less town exist there. I'm gonna put the striped guy in here, and there might be a thing that says they don't ravage in lands with strife. So I think it's worth the chance. I don't need to choose my element now. Forget a power or destroy peasants. You have presence you can destroy. That is not really important. Like maybe not. Maybe this one. I kind of want to be near there though, but honestly, this wetland one is not super important. Even though I'm like, I can't get out of the jungle or whatever, but I want to have my presence in this spot. And you have lots of presence you can destroy. Out in the boonies where nothing's happening. Oh, I should have clicked the land where they get destroyed by the blight. Oh well. Hey, towns are going away. They're getting replaced by cities. Suddenly our town limit is fine, and they don't ravage there. Okay. Push 2 from land with city to land without city. Okay. Add strife in a land with presence. Cool. These guys are gonna die. They don't even ravage, so they don't... I actually want them to ravage here. I can add strife either in here or in here. Be in here. Free energy. Need it. So kill all that town. These have not been doing anything, but they're looking very threatening. That was a very lucky event. Jungle Wetlands Explorer. This is a chance for counterattack setups. And next turn is Slave Rebellion Part 2 also. So adding strafe on these explorers, there's a lot of them. Helpful. There's no land without an explorer over here. Alright, I think we just blow up everything except an explorer here. Managed to get a Dahan in there. That land's taken care of. Okay. I do care about jungle a little bit. We can do, we're doing, yeah, if we do 4 damage, then we kill those 2 things. Perfect. Alright, so let's remind what this does. Destroy 1 town, add strife to any 2. 1 damage per strife, 1 damage per Dahan, if they have strife. So, yeah. Actually, if we can strife floors in these places, they go away, which is nice. Our Dahan movement has kind of gone away. You want to get a different major power? Or we could use this to push Dahan into places. Use Terrifying Rampage, basically just for pushing Dahan. We have to add strife to buildings? Yeah. But if we can get a strife on one of these guys, I don't know that we're going to do that. Get to do that. And we can have 9 energy. We picked up a bunch of energy from the event. Kind of feel like rolling the dice on another major power. We still have the things we can do, so let's go for another major and maybe get something cool. Paralyzing Fright. Also Rock and Thorn. Daggers Hunting. Interesting. Range 1 Jungle. No blight. Paralyzing Fright, though. Very good. Actually, thresholdable. Walls of Rock and Thorn is good, but not so great this turn. I love paralyzing here or here. And we get a fear card, essentially. And it helps threshold this other card, but we don't have enough plant, I think, for that. Yeah. We could do Tiger's Hunting, but it doesn't actually stop that land in a way that I like. So let's do this. I get to add a presence. It's earth or fire. I think earth. I have a lot of fire all over the place, so. And where do I want to be? I need Sacred Site range. I have range to any of these wetlands right now. I could actually pick this land, though, which is almost better. I think I can get rid of that. Play. I think I like this for. Oh, if I clicked fire, I would have gotten that. Let's click fire. Thresholded, double skip on, say, here or here. But if we can get like a defend 1 or a strife on these guys. So I can Terrifying Rampage here to get to Han here and that here and there, I guess. Oh, I guess I was going to paralyze there. What if I use it here? 1 to Han there, 1 to Han there. I just need like a wee little bit of strife. We get Reclaim 1. That's Bird's Cry Warning or Fire in the Sky. Fire in the Sky, adding the strife. I want 4 card plays, kinda. Let's do without getting a power card so I can go back. There's so many things I could do here. Try to have presence in different places. I want a Sacred Site here. What if I had the air all the time? Yeah, I think this is good for Paralyzing Fright, actually. So that is for pushing to Han. Getting to Han into this land. Get to play 2 more cards? Yeah. Okay. what does this look like? So, Fighting Rampage gets Dahan in here. Strong and Constant Currents gets Dahan in here. I get to wander twice. I get to wander, add strife. I'm short one strife, I think. Oh, what actually do I get? I don't have both on this, do I? No. Wondering if I can. I just want to like have my cake and eat it too. Might be better to just get Dahan everywhere. I don't think that's necessarily what I want. I think like having this be like no build is really good. A lot of freaking explorers building a lot of towns. They're right now building 16. That's not actually gonna happen because of what I'm doing, but I think this is gonna be fine. Generally. Especially, are we getting to tier level 3? Yeah, like 2 or 3 tier level 3 cards. Yeah, Gracie Pass, I don't really care about G1. It's not doing anything, so. Put one. Actually, you know what? Put 2 Dahan there. We already have 1 Dahan here. We only need 1. Put 2 here. That kills that city. And inscrutable. Come here. Can go here, I guess. I think going here is the most important because of the cascade, right? And they're not pursuing Ravage, but the stripe is going to be gone because the guy's going to be dead. So he can just stay. Fire in the sky, give him stripe. Actually, he doesn't need stripe. I want a land that's connected to both of those two. Was there somewhere else that stripe would have been better? Maybe, actually, I can still do it here on this town. Gets this town dead. Because this guy's just dead in the Ravage, like normally. So I don't actually have to worry about him, probably. I guess this is like potentially a problem, but I'm gonna put a couple Dahan there, and even if they Ravage, they still die, right? So in any case, they're gone. All right. So that's 1 blight, but you know, with 3 tier level 3 cards, I think we're not going to be blighting. We can always destroy both our presence there, just in case. All right. On each board, destroy 1 town. There's only 1 town on this board. And look at town, destroy it. I think, is there a bonus town in here? Yeah. But we can add strife to him. So let's that. Add stripe to this guy. And this city? Yeah. We're gonna get more fear cards. 4 Terror level 3 cards. Probably could have been, if I had put guys in here, there would have been 5. It's okay. Regular event. No big deal. Destroy 2 presents, forget 2 powers. I think destroying 2 presents is probably fine. I could actually destroy this, because I'd rather stomp in one of these places now. So and you don't have to reclaim next turn, so maybe we destroy some other presents. This one. Don't need a Sacred Site around Strife. I do have one there, so yeah. A disease. Free energy. Abject terror. Destroy 1 invader per 2 explorers. That just happens. So this land is safe now. Oh look, click an invader to destroy. I choose a city. Here I choose a city. There's a fear card. I think we're winning now. Add strife to an invader. Minus 1 health per strife. Cool. So we're on 0 blight already. These guys are going to turn into, yeah, I mean they're all basically dead already. I think they're dead. Those guys got killed by their previous damage. Yeah, there was 2 Dawn, 1 damage per Dawn. Sure. Let's kill the cities and win the game. We could see what the other fear cards are, but we can actually see that on the end game screen. So let's end the game. GG, France. Oh, I forgot to kill the city. Well, that's fine. Maybe we're just going to get a terrible victory from the fear cards. Alright. A whole lot of nothing is continuing to happen. I could replace it with the town, so that I have to. There's not optional, and then he dies. Alright. Well, there you go. The only thing left, the Incarna wandering around in a big mess. That was pretty good. Pretty tricky game, but we managed it. There was a, I think, pretty difficult turn or two there that we had to figure out. The last fear card that you don't actually get to activate belief takes root. All right. So that has been, they were going to explore. You can see these things now, right? Sand the mountain. That's the thing we added. You can have a look at the hidden information now in the decks here. I guess still not the, I could change it so that you can see the order of the minor power deck or major power deck if you care, but that's going to do it. This has been a preview of Wandering Voice, Keens Delirium. It's going along pretty well. It's well into testing, and we are, as you might guess, it's not going to be coming out before the end of the year. We are going on holiday break this Friday, and we'll be back in early January, so stay tuned for more content. We're actually getting a maintenance update with some bug fixes out this week, though. So a few more bug fixes, and then it'll be time for holiday parties. So I'll be back streaming on Tuesday, so we'll see you then. Have a good day.